A federation of 11 armed ethnic groups have called for a new constitution for Burma, one that would lead to a federal government with devolved political powers. The United Nationalities Federal Council came together for a 4-day conference in northern Thailand's Chiang Mai and invited representatives from more than 40 ethnic organizations, political parties and civil society groups to strategize as the organization prepares for a future political dialogue with the government. On Friday, the group published 6 important positions and decisions that were hashed out ahead of a meeting with government-backed negotiators that will take place during the last week of August. DVB sat down with the UNFC's David Thackabo to discuss the organization's recent conference, the government's proposed nationwide ceasefire, and the UNFC's grievances with the Working Group for Ethnic Coordination.
Now, will the UNFC participate in a nationwide ceasefire convention or a nationwide political dialogue until you establish a political framework outside of the country?
We'll participate, yes, sure, of course. We'll discuss about nationwide ceasefire, what we mean by nationwide ceasefire, what we mean by, a viable ceasefire terms and conditions, not just, what you call cosmetic arrangement. Just you stop shooting, we'll stop shooting. But there must be terms and conditions. How to separate the troops of the two sides? Who are going to monitor the ceasefire?
Now, you said you'd like to meet with Aung Min in the last week of August. What types of things do you plan to discuss with Aung Min?
August, yes, we have to ask about again the framework for political dialogue, how far they can agree to that, and also what is meant by the nationwide ceasefire. They started using. That was the term we used, and we see that the war is caused by the government troops fighting the ethnics in the ethnic areas. So if they stop shooting, if they stop the war against the ethnic nationalities, then there will be no war. That will be the end of civil war. What we suspect was 18 years ago they isolated the Karen and they used all the military might to wipe out the Karen. 17 years in 1994. All other groups. So they accuse the Karen of being hardline, being not wanting peace. Now they isolated the KIO. The same. They are accusing the KIO of not wanting peace, wanting to carry on the war. So we have to, our assessment is that they plan to wipe out the KIO in 3 months or 6 months. But the war had gone on to more than 2 years now, so their plan probably has gone awry. Maybe they have a new idea. I don't know. We have to talk about that in coming August.
Now, what was the biggest breakthrough or the biggest decision made in this recent conference?
This conference?
Yeah, what was the...
Well, the breakthrough is that we have to hurry. All our advisors say that you are passive. You have to be proactive. You are... So we have to hurry up with the talk of, political dialogue, ceasefire dialogue. We have to hurry. We cannot go on and on, without specifically, pronouncing our terms and conditions for peace, for genuine peace, for long-lasting peace.
Now, how difficult is it to build trust with the government when government troops are still attacking
Yeah.
UNFC members. As in the last month, they attacked the Numan State Party positions, also in northern Shan State. How difficult is it to trust Thein Sein's government when he says he wants a nationwide ceasefire, when they're still attacking UNFC?
Yes, so what we think is that, the armed forces, Burma armed forces or government armed forces is one of the major pillars of government. They don't listen to the president. President said, oh, stop fighting, we have already stopped. But they carry on the fight on the ground. They have to see acts of war also. For example, bringing in reinforcement, stockpiling arms and ammunition, stockpiling food, for the troops. They have to stop that. Now they haven't stopped that. In current state, in ceasefire areas, they improve their defensive position, bunkers. Formerly the earth bunkers, now they have concrete bunkers. But the current, as far as I know, they allow. But in the Kachin area, of course, they had 70 years of ceasefire. And now, they see that those who broke the ceasefire, the breakdown of ceasefire was because of the government. And in guerrilla warfare, of course, the guerrillas let the government troops to get inside their territory, very deep inside. And they have to attack from the rear, from the side. But the government troops think that, they have already conquered the land, occupied this. I think that is wrong. And to get the ethnic trust, they have to relocate their troops away. Separation of troops of the two sides is very important. And we must get monitors. And in political dialogue, we would like to have mediators, but they always refuse. Mediators who can, benefit both sides, acceptable to both sides. For example, Japan, because they give aid, long-term aid, short-term aid, economic assistance, not only now. Even when Burma had a military, dictators, Japan keep on giving, and they wrote off at least 3 billion of debt. Now they should be given, a chance to mediate this between the government and the ethnic troops.
Now, one final question. Could you clarify what the relationship is between UNFC and the Euro-Burma office right now?
Euro-Burma office is, they introduced a very divisive political line. For example, you have to appease. Don't say anything that might upset the government, even the dictatorship. But our position now, we have to know what, our position. We have to spell out what we want. And gradually they push for surrender. Surrender means not surrender of arms, to surrender our political position and do whatever the government tells us to do. But we see that if we do that, we will all become colonies. All the ethnic people would become colonies of the central military government. This government is still military. We have to try and change it into a democratic government, a federal government. Yes. But they don't have that kind of idea. Their idea is stop fighting and engage in development.
So are you still willing to work with the UBO, or there is no?
EBO, yes, EBO has a lot of money. Huh? They have been going around, telling that they are leading the ethnic movement. That is not only now, long time, 20 years already, doing that EBO, And of course, they can come and cooperate with us, But they have to, adjust their policy, their political line.